My name is Josh Smith, and this is my Pratt home. Me and my wife have been searching for a while, wanting a better home for us. We lived in a mobile home. We just needed better living conditions for her and for myself. And we've looked at a wide variety of options. We've looked at site built. We've looked at options of barn doors. And the cost and the finance of them was just going to be way too much. And we knew we couldn't go just to mobile home dealership because mobile home dealership wouldn't tailor to our needs as far as of what we needed with custom doors, custom housing, building the house, custom to what we needed. We met Wally, and then he showed us around, showed us a few things. I told him as far as what our needs were, what I was looking for. I was looking for something to where I can have custom built, custom designed, and he explained to me we can do all that. And as we've gotten to the journey, gotten to the progress, we went through. We first of all had to decide, well, which floor model do we want? And as we went through, we chose with the Teresa, because Teresa model wasn't too big, wasn't too small. It was perfect size for two people. Just a simple 2-bedroom, 2-bath house. We were able to make our adjustments to it, make our big wide open living area as we wanted, take away the porch, add it to the living area. We were able to have the bathroom specifically made for my wife. We were able to have a closet specially built for her. We were able to get the bedroom and all built to meet her needs. And then we were able to do the flooring. Wally explained to me we can do the flooring on site where you don't have the ridge down the middle, and that would help. And all the things, as I've seen more and more, all the things that we were able to do custom-wise is what sold me more on Pratt. Because with everybody else, their doors were 28 inches, mobile homes, gypsum board, cardboard cabinets, or even if it were site-built homes such as United Built, they had their walls so small in the area to where all they could have is 28-inch doors. I can't do 28-inch doors with the wheelchair, and Pratt allowed me to overcome that and allowed me to create and make a home specifically for me and my wife. Hi, I'm Josh Smith. Welcome to our home. This is our home that we had built by Pratt. When we went through Pratt, we had many floor choices to look at, and I was eyeballing the Teresa model, and of course, Wally at the same time mentioned Teresa model, and I've already have thought of it, and he said, yes, great. One of the things I loved with the Teresa model was the kitchen. A kitchen, and this area was all open. I loved how you had the bar up high on this side, and then over here on the back side, you had it drop down. You had a big stainless steel sink along with the dishwasher. But then as you can see, I mean, it's far more than arm's width working area over here as far as the kitchen area. I mean, cabinets. People say, well, I don't have enough cabinets. With this model here, there's cabinets galore. I still will never be able to fill all these cabinets. And as you can see behind you, it has 2 big drawers. You can use pots, pans. One of the things we did for us when we did work with the kitchen, Wally checked to make sure, hey, what are your measurements of your appliances? Because I chose to go with my own appliances because I wanted my own appliances. And he made sure that all the appliances, all the cabinets and all were built around the size of my appliances and all, and I was able to custom design this of the way I wanted it. Yes, we made this a little bit wider, but it's because I always wanted to be able to have the oven, but then at the same time, have it to where I can have an easy access little rollaway, so that way I ain't constantly going back and forth, digging for this, digging for that. All of my main cooking accessories are right there. But as you see, we got a good pantry. And the other thing I loved was getting to have a closet. As you can see with the closet, I mean, I got drinks, water, everything I used to have everywhere all on the floor in the mobile home. I mean, and you'd come in, there would be stuff laid everywhere. But as you can look around here, I don't have nothing laying around on the floors as I did before, because now I got the actual closet space, I got the actual cabinet space and everything else to store everything, and to where it ain't just all a big eyesore just sitting out on the floor. But as you can see, great space within the kitchen. And then my wife, she mentioned the globes. She wanted globes. So Wally said, that'd be no problem. We can get you globes, and we can set the globes around your bar. And then, as you can see, we have a big, huge, giant living room. Now, originally with the original Teresa model, there was going to be a porch that was going to be on this part and was going to take at least 10 foot out of this. And I said, I would rather have the living space than have the little bitty porch. So we chose to take the little porch and add it to the living space and open this whole living space up. And as you see, you have your one giant big open living space. Another great thing that Wally mentioned that we can do, that we got to do, was have our floors done on site. And with our floors being done on site, with the challenge of a wheelchair and a walker, traditionally when we had floors done at a factory, when they piece it together, you have a little ridge which would run right down the middle, well, a speed bump. But with us having the floors done on site, it looks like the house was built here. It wasn't two pieces put together, and you don't have that speed bump that's in your way in the middle. But then, as you can see, with not including in the porch and taking the porch and adding the space and adding it to the living space, we were able to make this one area, because originally the wall would have been right here and it had been cut off there, and this wouldn't have been one big giant opening. So with getting to have the opportunity to do custom design of the way that I wanted the house to be, I was able to make the house this front area all wide and big open. Other places, you don't have that option. They tell you have to buy as far as of what we have on our lot. And that was one of the reasons too why I went with Pratt, because Pratt allowed me and gave me that opportunity to custom design a home to the way that I wanted it. I just didn't want just any home. I wanted a home to fit my needs and to fit as far as what I wanted. And I always loved getting to have a big open living room, dining room, and kitchen all area. We were in need of finding a home accessible for my wife. And not only just for my wife, me working with her, working with the wheelchair. My wife has MS. With MS, you have your challenges. And it was just not finding any home, finding a home that we can have custom designed. Most of the places in Tyler will not work with you as far as a custom design, because it's just you buy what's on and off their lot. But whenever I came across with Pratt, I came across with Wally, I explained to him as far as our situation, what we needed, and all, and he said, yes, I can work with you. We can do this and everything else. You just let me know what you need, and all, then we'll put paper, the pen to paper, and we'll get everything designed. And once I get it, and I can show it to you, if we need to make some changes and some adjustments, you just let me know. One of the things with the mobile home that we was in, she never had access to a closet. She was all the time picking on me about her closet. If my clothes spaced out enough, everything else. Well, I kid back, but I said, I'm gonna have your closet one day where you can go to your own closet. So with that, what we did, we had in the floor plan, we took part of the wall and pushed it inward into the other bedroom, the spare bedroom, and we took half the closet away and pushed it into there. That allowed us to make a 9-foot by 5-foot closet. And then the other thing was the rails originally were going to be up here at the top. Well, as I told Wally, we need to bring the rails down and have the shelves so that way she can have full access to her wheelchair. And then the other thing was as far as the door. Well, a regular traditional swinging door would get in the way or what. So can we do a barn door? So we did a barn door for it. And so with the barn door, it does not take up the space as a swinging door. You don't have to worry about it getting in the way of the wheelchair. It just easily closes. Now, the next thing was the bedroom. Bedroom in the mobile home that we was in. Originally, I had about this much space from me to the wall. And then over here on her side, we had about this much space. So with a wheelchair, that's pretty tight. You're bringing the wheelchair in, you're having to hurry up and trying to change it. Well, because of the mobile home, the way it was set up, we did not have no way of having a bathroom by itself because of the challenges with the wheelchair. So we had the bedroom on this wall, bathroom on this wall, everything all open. But now with the design that we was able to do with Pratt, we were able to push this wall inward a whole foot to give us more room into the bedroom, to have plenty of room around for the wheelchair. And then the other thing that Wally suggested was put a pocket door here. Because as I explained with the doors swing an issue where the way gets in the way of the wheelchair. So with the pocket door, we're able just to take the door and just slide it easily into the wall. Now we're able to have us a bedroom separated from the bathroom. Now with the bathroom, originally with the original floor plan, there was a garden tub over here, double sink vanity over here, a full partition wall all the way to the top, and the toilet was just a little bit over here in this corner. And I told him, we don't need the garden tub. I want to take this vanity, I want it over here. Instead of 2 sinks, I want just 1 sink and have drawers on both sides for medical supplies and stuff. And with the partition wall, I want to chop it in half. So that way we can. Then the other thing, as far as what we did, we had grab bars on both sides. Now I told him, take that toilet and put 24 inches on center. And wherever you're having to transfer people from out of a wheelchair into a toilet, you need your working space. So with having that commode put 24 inches on center, that allows you to have your working space. Well, the other thing that was a challenge in the trailer, we had the shower. I could not get her into the shower. I did not have the room. As you see, I have a ramp here. I did not have the room to be able to put that rubber mat on in order to get into the shower. So I've had to tilt her backwards a little bit, hoping that nothing would happen in order to get on her into the shower. But now that we have the space, I'm able to put a rubber mat down and we're able to go right into it with her shower wheelchair. No problem. Easy access. She has her grab bars. She has her little shower wand and all the accessibility that she has in the shower that she did not have before. So that helped us out tremendously with that. And then of course over here, as we told them, we've wanted shelves. And that allows us to put the comforters, towels, medical supplies, what have you. And as you see, there's still plenty of space. And I mean, it turned out to be a good sized bathroom for her.
Yeah, and this right here allowed for her, if she's in a chair, she don't have to back up to open a door. She can sit there and, access everything without having to back up. So that worked out great for them.
Yeah. And then, as you see, as all doors, we made sure that all doors were 36 inches. All homes, even with United Built, are 28 inches. And they have their floor plans to where the walls are so small in between, they cannot increase the size of the doors, so you're stuck with 28-inch doors. 28-inch doors with a wheelchair is just about impossible. You wind up tearing up the door jambs and everything else trying to get through. But having the 36-inch doors, we're great. And we have, as you see, we have 36-inch doors all throughout. And as you see, this room here we use as a spare room with the hide bed. We have her exercise equipment that I use for her. I just push a wheelchair up to it, and as you see, we've got plenty of room, watch TV. And as you can see with this closet here, even though we took half the space away from that closet, for one person, you see I still got plenty of room for closet, and I got plenty of room for storage and all. And this is actually bigger than the average closet as what you would get from any other retail manufacturer. And another thing was, as Wally suggested, of course, at first on this hallway, I just said 40 inches. Okay, I said, well, just push this wall here into the bathroom a little bit, 40 inches. And Wally suggested, well, why don't we do this? Let's add another 4 inches so that way we can make sure we have plenty enough room and all, and let's make this 44 inches. So we made this hallway 44 inches. And as you see with this hallway being 44, we have plenty of room and all for her to walk because she has to get up. And as you can see, she has a long area to where whenever I walk her, she gets up and walk and have plenty of area to walk. The ideal utility room being open and being all accessible here, she's able to easily get down through here. It's all wheelchair height, as you can see, and she's able to help with laundry. She wants to help with laundry. Now, whereas generally your utility rooms are all this is often a little closet, and you don't have the ability to put stackables under here to make this accessible for a wheelchair. They allowed me to get all of the utilities, the house, and the driveway, and have everything done for $100,000 cheaper than what I would have with a site built, and I probably wouldn't have been as happy with the site built because they, such as United Built, because they do not go out of their way as Wally went to make sure that the home was made to our needs and our wants.